Hello and welcome back to Total Crypto for another XRP video. And guys, it looks like we are still going sideways but slightly to the upside. Zooming into the chart, it looks like that we could quite possibly come back down into this zone over here. Let me pull out the rectangular box. That this could be the first area of a pullback before we make our move to the upside. Now, why would I say that? Because one, if we look to our left, we see only a green candle there, which means that the next area will be right down here for a possible limit order. However, I'm zooming in just a little bit more. This is on a weekly chart, so if the week ends with a small body in the middle, long wicks to the top, it means an indecision. That just means that you can't determine, or XRP can't determine where exactly they want to go, whether they want to go up or down. It doesn't really matter in this case, because what we want to do, we want to try to grab them every time it drops so we can make even more back on XRP. So for further technical analysis, we're going to be checking on the Bitcoin versus USDT chart and how does this affect XRP, but most importantly the XRP versus Bitcoin chart, because there are some important things I need to look at that could be an explosive move coming in for XRP. So why don't we get into the technicals one? Right guys, so going into the technical analysis, it looks like this is the move that we are waiting for, but looking from an overall picture, from a bird's eye view, or should I say from a zoomed out weekly chart, that we are still in fact going to the upside, because we're creating higher highs each time we bounce off this trend line. So that means it could be imminent where we could actually end up quite possibly our first area of a move to the upside up here. And once we reach 86 cents, then that puts us in a safe zone, which means that we should be somehow consolidating around about this area over here. So hopefully we should be bouncing from 86 cents all the way to $1.50. Now that would be really important for XRP. We just need to be at least heading above this area here. Reason why, because we've been consolidating here for the longest, and it looks like that we are on the verge of pushing up, but we need to make that push as soon as possible, because if we look at BTC chart, it's still not decided exactly where it wants to go on the weekly chart, but according to the shape of the chart and with the engulfing bearish candle, it looks like we are more than likely to head much further to the downside. I reckon as long as XRP holds this region over here, and if Bitcoin does decide to fall back into that important area, it will more or less bring XRP exactly where we wanted, or at least there about exactly. So yes, that's the view from the weekly chart. So let's go down to the daily chart. On the daily, it looks more bullish because we've made this move to the upside originally, and then we came back down around about here before we made that move ultimately up to 72 cents. Now, because we've done this move 1, 2, 3, which means this area now is considered as support. We've broken down that support, and in fact we are bouncing exactly in this area there. It's more or less like a support line area. It doesn't have to be the line itself, it could be anywhere between the boxes itself. If we hold there, then I don't see why we can't go much further to the upside. That would be great news for XRP, because at least on temporarily that will put us on 67 cents, but ultimately we want to be around about that safe zone that I mentioned of 86 cents and plus. So that would be an amazing move for XRP to be at least in the top half of the chart. And if you do fall back into the zone, there's an area for us to accumulate more for the XRP. So it still looks fairly bullish compared to most of the charts right now, because it seems like the whole crypto space is currently reacting exactly like Bitcoin, which is heading to the downside. Now, let's move over to XRP BTC chart. Well, as we've noticed, XRP just went all the way from there to this area over here. Why don't we view it from the weekly chart first? Okay, so from the weekly, it gives us more of a directional bias in terms of where we are currently at or where we could be potentially heading. Alright, so looking for an area where we could bounce from, it would be exactly, sorry guys, 1 second, it would be exactly around about this zone here, which would be a perfect zone for a retest. Yes, right there. So we're pretty much here already. So that means you can either add more to your bags right about now, because we can never really find out or can tell exactly if we can hit right back down into the zone. That's why a lot of people that I know, including myself sometimes, whilst I've been in crypto for as long as I have, it's always worth jumping into the charts at this point here, because we might not even wick down to the bottom and you might miss this ride from here to push all the way back to the top. So I would then add quite a bit of limit order around about here. I might even put several limit orders here in case if we do wick into this area before we bounce our way back up again. Now, if we do make this move to go back up on XRP versus BTC, then that means that's going to be an incredibly bullish move, because that means we are moving against BTC and pushing our way higher. That will take us at least about 179% move to the upside, and whenever we move against BTC on the upside, we would typically see moves like this and moves like that. So that's why, guys, we just need to wait until we flip bullish against BTC, and that will give us a strong confluence that XRP, and with all your XRP armies out there, that we should be heading up to at least not just 86 cents, but if we zoom out again, that we should be heading back up to around about $1.26 or 24 cents, and that would be my preferred area. Reason why is because once we get up to the zone, it just means that we're going to soon see XRP clear its all-time highs very quickly, and when that happens, that means we are plain sailing and in the discovery phase for XRP, and that way we can see a lot more volatile moves coming in for XRP. We might even see on a daily occurrence like 10-50% move upside to the downside. Either way, guys, I can see an amazing move coming in for XRP. And if you watch my last video, which you can see here around the screen, and if you go into my description, you can also click on that video so you can see exactly my price prediction, because I reckon XRP will definitely hit more than $8, but $8 would be my first high price targets, and then anything after, well guys, go check it out for yourself and you can see exactly my breakdown. Anyway, I'll leave it here for now. If you do find my channel useful and informative, guys, do me a favor, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and why don't you come subscribe to my channel right over here. And if you haven't seen my last video, click over here, and I'll see you all in the next one.